Tripartite Committee on New National Minimum Wage submits report to SGF. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives seeking Nigerians' support on Constitution amendment. Good evening and welcome to NTA Jebode News at 7. My name is Temidayo Famoyegun. The Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage has concluded its assignment and submitted reports to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, today, June 10. The statement by the Director, Information and Public Relations in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Segun Imo-Iyosin, indicated that a formal presentation of the report will be made to Mr. President for appropriate action. When the leadership of the organized labor as well as representatives of government and organized private sector who are presently in Geneva, Switzerland for the ongoing International Labour Organization conference return to the country. The SGF thanked the chairman of the committee, Alhaji Bukar Gani Aji, and members for their commitments and sacrifices. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had on Tuesday, 30th January 2024, in accordance with the provision of the Minimum Wage Act 2019, inaugurated a 37-member tripartite committee on national minimum wage to recommend a new national minimum wage for Nigerian workers in public and private sector. Holistic implementation of laudable programs, consistency of agricultural policies, and prioritizing roads from farmlands to markets and cities. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria say remain critical to attaining food security. They are also optimistic that boosting irrigation facilities for all-year farming will maximize food production in Nigeria. Lydia Sampson reports.
Land used for farming, meaning changing the narrative on food security and improving food affordability, is largely domiciled with the states. The guests are emphatic that since private capital gravitates to opportunities, all the subnationals need to do is provide the enabling environment for farming and food production to attract off-takers and investors.
I never had a situation, perhaps, so many years ago, where Nigeria had an equilibrium circumstance around food supply. It had always been a situation of much demand, outstripping supply.
Yes, local governments should have whatever is due to them. Why not? I mean, I come from Faskari. If you give the local government chairman only money to pay salaries and order, nothing to do anything, how are we going to see improvement? The local government should also be able to contribute. It should coalesce with the state government to improve the living conditions of the people.
Though the guests had also identified insecurity, flooding, corruption and subsidy removal as impacting food inflation, they believe with robust engagement and proactive measures, Nigerians can navigate and overcome the present food challenges.
There is a shortfall, whether anybody likes it or not. There's a gap. So this gap, what can happen?
Has to be filled.
It has to be filled up. So emergency import, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Government should do everything to encourage, especially the research centers we have. Let them bring out better seeds. Let us bring input.
The guests reiterated the need for a robust storage and ensuring not just roads network to farmlands but also rail systems as obtained in climes taking agriculture seriously. Nigeria, they noted, is not only producing food for itself but also neighboring countries in view of the open market nature of the African continent. They suggested the scaling up of production of stable food identified in various zones of the country. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
A group of 35 lawmakers in the House of Representatives seeking the support of Nigerians for several constitution alteration bills proposing single tenure of 6 years for the president and state governors.
On the bills,
at a press briefing on the bills, spokesperson for the group known as Reform-Minded Lawmakers, Ikeagu Onu Ugochinyere says part of the reforms being proposed are rotation of executive powers among the 6 geopolitical zones to ensure equal representation, as well as constitutional amendment to create the office of 2 vice presidents from the southern and northern parts of Nigeria. The political and electoral bills, which have passed first reading at Green Chamber, also propose that all elections are held on the same day, while electronic transmission of results be made compulsory. The lawmakers urged Nigerians to participate actively at a public hearing of the various bills to make their inputs.
Good journey for the governorship 6 years, removing the billions we spend in re-election and the uncertainty it brings to our electoral process, plus the corruption it also brings. And also, we are seeking for all elections to be conducted in one day, reducing the cost of conducting election, getting more citizens involved on election day, and reducing to the barest minimum the possibility of rigging, because you will have those interested in the presidency, in the governorship, in the state assembly, in the national assembly, in the local government, all turning up to vote for their different candidates. Each of the polling units will be populated, and that can help to provide a lot of defense. And we're also pushing for all pre-election matters to be settled 30 days before election, to avoid a situation that people are sworn in and we are still in court on who is the candidate of that political party. And also that post-election litigation should focus only on the outcome of the election, not on the things that happen before the primaries.
The harrowing experience of going through court processes. After you are being sworn in, you will still be in court. Some people have spent 6 months before they were pushed out by the courts.
The Edo and Ondo governorship elections coming up later this year will be free and fair, as lessons from the 2023 general election have placed INEC on a sound footing. The Electoral Institute, Professor Abdullah Zuru, gave the assurance at the 2024 Abubakar Momo Memorial Lecture Series in Abuja, while commending INEC for the introduction of technology and other reform in the electoral process. Kole Shetima of the MacArthur Foundation, however, reminded INEC of the challenges encountered during the 2023 general election and appealed for improvement and proper monitoring of officials, especially security personnel on election duty, transport unions, and ad hoc staff. With such training and deployment of technology, significant improvement is expected in the off-cycle elections, which will set an agenda for the Anambra 2025 governorship poll and the 2027 general election.
With relevant competencies to handle the complexities and challenges of electoral process. Hence, high sense of professionalism among election personnel engendered by effective training cannot be overemphasized.
The Institute has developed e-training platforms. It is important to note that the Commission, in pursuit of its mission and vision, has prioritized the professionalism of its personnel towards achieving free, fair, credible, transparent, and inclusive elections.
The federal government is adopting preventive measures towards curbing trafficking of underage children, to include prosecution of parents, among other perpetrators. The Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, revealed this while reacting to the trending video of underage Nigerian girls trapped in Ghana for prostitution. Ngozi Technical reports.
With the disturbing video of Nigerian girls being used as prostitutes in Ghana, Women Affairs Minister had to pay an unscheduled visit to Ghanaian embassy to discuss ways of rescuing the girls, while other measures will follow.
The first thing I should do this morning is to come to Ghana embassy and speak with their consulate. We need to work together and see how we're going to bring back these people.
Next is her visit to NAPTIP office, where she was received by the Director General. After a closed-door deliberation, the women agreed on the following resolutions.
Of the girls in Ghana, we are in touch with the Ghanaian anti-human trafficking unit. The girls have been secured, the girls are safe, the perpetrator has been arrested. Government has a lot to play when it has to do with tackling issues of human trafficking, but we know that communities and even families have more role to play. I also want to emphasize to parents, to young people, there's no free lunch anywhere. If it is free, then you are definitely the product.
So the new narrative is, if you're caught, fine, we're going to help you. Through her, we'll work together as a partner and we'll help you, but your parents will be prosecuted. Those kids are caught and they mention the name of your vehicle, that was what transported them to Ghana or any other place, or the name of your airline, you will equally be prosecuted.
While stating that henceforth, serious consequences will be meted out to all parties involved in the crime, the warned girls, and more importantly, parents, to be aware of the red flags in the unrealistic promises used by perpetrators to lure their victims. In Abuja, Ngozi Technical, NTA News.
You and me, in and out, 50 seconds tops. Where'd you put that away? This is our home.
Of the second Niger bridge to ensure safety of travelers after the viral video on the attempted theft of iron accessories of the bridge. Onyeye Joshua Ifeanyi reports that the damaged portion, according to the former controller, did not affect the integrity of the bridge.
Video on the activities of vandals on the second Niger bridge, which indicated that some of the iron accessories of the bridge have been removed and waiting to be carted away by the vandals. The Federal Road Maintenance Agency has swung into action by fixing the vandalized portion. The controller, Federal Ministry of Works, expressed his displeasure over the act. To him, citizens must stand firm against these acts of sabotage of the nation's infrastructure.
You see, government property is property for everyone. Everyone within that corridor. I encourage them to be vigilant. They should not leave security work to only government, because everybody is a beneficiary of that particular infrastructure.
Some citizens expressed satisfaction at the work done by the FEMA officials in fixing the damaged portion.
I want to commend the federal government for the job well done, and most especially for their swift response in making sure that that death hole is being fixed. So I've been there, I've traveled through that road, and I saw the video also when it went viral to see the damage that was done and the threat to life. We are happy that so far so good, no life was lost due to that theft.
The point is that I'm always applying this road. All of a sudden, criminals, there's no security.
It is hoped that Nigerians, improving their patriotism, will sincerely stop the vandalism of critical assets of the nation. Onyinye Joshua Ifeanyi, NTA News.
We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Bro, I tell you, this match 3-0. Okay. If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball. Ah, you know what? You go shot.
Bro.
Now we got this man.
Keep the banter going. Glow. Borrow me credit and data. Dial *303# to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is it ready?
Go on, no only one thing I did it. Okay.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow Unlimited.
Where is Glory?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello? Where Glow now?
I dey here.
Glow don't go village. Tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow dedicated 10x. Now him I dey take tension my customers. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with one fine when they give all of us, so you dey enjoy up to 15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you. See, una say if you enjoy, if una join Globe Berekete 10X, una go get 1,000 naira welcome credit. You just carry your phone, dial *777#. Finish. Gulo, you don't win. Una see dey here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Globe. Please save na Globe dey fine. Na Globe dey go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Globe Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Welcome back. The ECOWAS Community Court sitting in Abuja has dismissed the suit filed by former National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki, seeking an order compelling the federal government to enforce its verdict delivered in his favor on October 4, 2016. Here ends the news for tonight. Good night.
Bro, I tell you, this match 3-0. Okay. If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball. You know what? You go shot
Bro.
you. Now we got this man.
Keep the banter going. Glow, borrow me credit and data. Dial *303# to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is it ready?
Go on, no only one thing. Okay.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra high speed data. Glow Unlimited.